some reason, it seems that God likes to punish people who travel north on 75 on Saturdays out of Florida. So y'all have experienced this. Especially this time of year, it is murder getting up I-75 out of Florida, especially if you choose to travel on Saturdays. Because if you're watching by internet, if you're not from around Atlanta, there is a place south of Atlanta called McDonough. Okay. In the original Greek, McDonough means that which brings traffic to a standstill. That's the way it is. You know, after you sit in traffic for a couple of hours, I don't know how you are. When I sit in traffic for a couple of hours, I expect to find somewhere a 30-car pileup. When you're traveling north on I-75, you know what you find? McDonough. You find McDonough. That's all it takes to bring traffic to an absolute standstill. So a few years ago, we're coming back from vacation along with half the continent, and we're coming up 75. So we decided, before we got to McDonough, to break out our secret weapon. Now, I've mentioned this secret weapon in here before. Our secret weapon is called Waze. How many of you have discovered the blessing of Waze in your life? I mean, it's wonderful. Waze, this little app on your phone. So here's what we did, was before we get to Macon, where we're going to turn up toward the McDonough, we type in our home address into Waze, and we say, okay, take us home. Now, let me tell you what Waze did. Waze told us, do not go through McDonough. Instead, go this way. So we followed Waze. Now, I want to tell you about that journey. Waze took us places we never even knew existed. It took us down roads I've never been on before, and I've never been on since. It took us down these little country roads, but sure enough, Waze navigated us safely home, circumventing the place of no return called McDonough. Okay, now let me use that picture to explain how many people, how many Christians misuse God. Okay? If many Christians tried to use God tried to use Waze the way that they use God, here's what they would do. They'd be traveling up I-75 and they would type in their home address and say, okay, Waze, I am going to go up I-75 through McDonough. Your job, Waze, is to clear the path in front of me. Okay? Your job is to make my way the best way. Your job is to make my way the easy way. In other words, your job, Waze, is to bless the journey of my choosing. But that's not the way Waze works, is it? Waze is not there to make your way the best way. Waze is there to tell you the best way. It's up to you whether or not you want to follow the way Waze suggests or not. That's the way God works. So many times we say, okay, God, this is the way I'm going. Your job is to make my way the best way. I am going off in this direction, God, and I pray that you would bless me in this. Make my way an awesome way. Let me experience your blessing as I travel my path. That is not the way God works. God is not there to make your way the best way. God is there to show you the best way.